What's up, guys? I just read My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name correctly. First things first. This painting on the front. This girl is how I imagined the protagonist in the book. But the protagonist in the book is like a skinny, blonde, model-adjacent Manhattanite. And I could just never get past the fact that, like, my initial image for the protagonist was this woman in this painting, which I thought was a little bit strange. I don't know if anyone else can resonate with that. The other thing is, I've seen a lot of books having old paintings like this on the covers lately. So I'm not even sure, like, if Penguin just wanted to do it or how involved she was in picking this out as the cover. But there's a thing with copyright law that for most paintings, I guess of like importance or like public domain, they are protected for 70 years after the artist's death, and then past that they become public domain. So you can use them in books or whatever without violating copyright infringement. So I've seen a lot of books doing that lately, and I think that's the reason. As far as the content of the book itself, I would say it was almost like Sylvia Plath, Bell Jar, and Bret Easton Ellis, American Psycho, had a baby, and that baby was, dressed up in a setting of modern existential ennui and kind of bleak, ironic humor and satire. As a writer, there were some things in the book that make it feel like emblematic of where commercial literature or like literary fiction that's like minimalism has gone. And that just kind of makes me, I have a different writing style that I like, maybe a little more old-fashioned. So I kind of like, want to rebel against the book a little bit as I'm reading it from a writer's perspective. But from a reader's perspective, I actually really enjoyed it. It is very funny, first of all, I guess. I found the protagonist to be pretty relatable. In her like kind of detached, unfeeling, wry take on everything. I felt the book starts off very funny and then kind of gets darker and darker and darker. The ending is an interesting twist. I almost want to say I saw it coming. I don't think I really did. Yeah, I guess if you like a dark, morally transgressive protagonist with a lot of kind of comedic riffs and like interiority that kind of jumps through time, this is the book for you. I'm certain I'll read another one or two of her books. She's definitely interested me, piqued my interest, so to speak. And yeah, My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. Sorry if I'm not saying her name correctly. Thanks for watching.